A short time ago sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They go play action here on first down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now the former Utah man, this is Devontae Booker. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Devontae Booker, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first carry now for Marshawn Lynch. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Here's Carr to throw. It's caught. Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. First down, the run with Lynch. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give them a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Here we go. Here we go.
Carr to throw on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Carr gives to Marshall. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Express!
Now Carr throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Von Miller able to run him down for a loss of a yard. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Carr. Cooper's got it. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. Cooper's first catch and good for a first down. The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Throwing on first down is Carr. Steps away to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr will try it again on 2nd down. He'll dump it off complete to Lynch. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. To throw on third down. Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
On the return, it's McKenzie. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. And Denver getting set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Booker on first down. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 53. Hey, let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Keenum. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Hands down. Let's go. Right.
From the gun, it's Keenum. And that's complete to the tight end, Hireman. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Third and 2, Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. This is a 49-yard attempt. Right hash. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. Carr now on first down. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Lynch running the counter. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Handoff comes to Lynch. Room here to run. Lynch busting free. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Carr. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. To throw on second down, Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And now running right through it. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Good set. 180. Loose right cheek.
On the give, this is Lynch. Down right around the 25. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, here we go. 808. Hey. Got three.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this.
Down. 37.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Looking deep for Demarius. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, yo, it's
A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll power his way up near the 25. The linebacker, Derek Johnson, in on the stop.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, orange!
Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Raiders pick it up. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. Look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Lynch. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Carr now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the 2nd half.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Down, 20! 22! 22! Down!
On 1st down, it's Keenum. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. Keenum on first down. And down he goes. Keenum is sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. To throw on 2nd down is Keenum. Buying time to his left. Now he'll throw, and this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. To throw on 2nd down. Carr. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, here we go. We're good.
Carr now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's again to Lynch. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Sua Cravens with a pick. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Running again, and again it's Booker. And he's got some space here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. On the handoff, this is Booker. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. And now they'll throw with Keenum. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Express. You're mine. Check number 0.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
He's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
52 and 55, 52.
Right back to Booker. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
22. 22.
Out of the gun, Keenum. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Let's go. All right. 553.
They'll run with D'Angelo Henderson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. On second down, here's Keenum. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On third down, Booker. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you'll see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
6:18. 6:37.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Complete to Washington. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. On first down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. It's Stevenson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Carr will come up here with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On first, here's Washington. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The Pro Bowler Chris Harris is in on the tackle.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Go, go. Get set, get set.
Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run with Lynch. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a 1-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll hand off to Booker. Booker coughs it up, and the Raiders pick it up, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Marshawn Lynch, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they've upped their lead to 3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. Gone.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Sanders hands it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Detroit, set. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Being chased out left. He's going to let it fly. This is caught at the 20. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards.
No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
4 down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Good bounce-back win. They take the knee, can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Oakland, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.